The vast emptiness of space stretched before the research vessel horizon, its sleek metallic hull glinting under distant starlight. Inside the ship's bridge, June Park leaned forward, his fingers dancing across holographic controls. Beside him, Yuna Kim watched the external sensors with intense concentration. "Something's approaching," Yuna muttered, her voice tight with anticipation. The alien vessel materialized from the darkness like a phantom. Its design defied every geometric principle known to human engineering, all curved lines and impossible angles that seemed to shift and breathe. Hyun Choi, the navigation coordinator, froze momentarily as the massive ship blocked their primary trajectory. June's hands moved with practiced calm. Years of deep space exploration had taught him that panic was the worst possible response. "Prepare. Communication protocols," he instructed, his voice steady. The alien vessel pulsed with an eerie blue light. No standard communication signals emerged. No standard anything seemed to exist about this encounter. Humanity had encountered alien civilizations before, but this felt different. This felt unpredictable. Yuna activated the universal translation matrix, a complex network of quantum algorithms designed to break down potential communication barriers. Her device hummed softly, processing millions of potential linguistic patterns per second. Suddenly, a burst of geometric patterns appeared on their main screen. Not words, not images, something in between. A language of pure mathematical concepts that seemed to dance and reconfigure themselves with each passing moment. "It's not attempting standard communication," Hyun observed, his fingers hovering over emergency navigation controls. June studied the patterns. Where others might see chaos, he saw potential structure. His mind worked like a complex algorithm, breaking down each geometric shape, searching for underlying meaning. The alien vessel made no aggressive moves. It simply existed, blocking their path, communicating through these impossible mathematical configurations. Humanity had prepared for many first contact scenarios: war, peaceful exchange, mutual incomprehension. But this was something entirely new. Yuna's translation matrix began to decode fragments. Geometric shapes transformed into rudimentary, conceptual understanding. Not words, not sentences. Pure abstract thought translated into visual representations. "They're studying us," she whispered. The ship's internal systems started responding strangely. Computational nodes flickered. Holographic displays shifted and recalibrated themselves, as if the alien communication was actively interfacing with their technology. June recognized the potential danger. Any unknown technological interface could compromise their entire system. But he also recognized the unprecedented opportunity. First contact wasn't just about survival, it was about understanding. "Minimal response," he instructed. "Keep our systems protected but show we're receptive." Hyun adjusted the ship's shields, creating a delicate balance between protection and openness. The alien vessel continued its silent communication, geometric patterns becoming more complex with each passing moment. What did they want? Communication? Assessment? Something humanity couldn't even conceptualize? The bridge crew remained silent, each processing the extraordinary moment differently. June saw potential. Yuna saw a puzzle waiting to be solved. Hyun saw a potential threat that required constant vigilance. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours. The alien vessel remained perfectly still, its impossible geometry a constant reminder of how little humanity understood about the universe. Then, unexpectedly, a single clear conceptual image emerged from the mathematical patterns. It wasn't a message. It wasn't a threat. It was an invitation to something beyond current human comprehension. June's heart raced. First contacts were never simple. But this was going to be extraordinary. "Prepare full sensor arrays," he said quietly. "Whatever happens next, we document everything." The alien vessel pulsed. The geometric patterns intensified, and humanity stood on the precipice of a moment that would change everything forever. No weapons, no threats, just pure, complex communication waiting to be understood. The research station hung in space like a delicate crystal, its systems humming with complex machinery. Dai Quan stood in the central control room, his eyes fixed on the holographic display, showing multiple failing computational networks. The alien technology surrounding them looked beautiful, but was breaking down rapidly. Something was wrong. Very wrong. The station's primary navigation system had begun to collapse, its intricate circuits flickering like dying fireflies. Most technical teams would panic. Day simply observed, his mind already calculating potential solutions. Yoon-ji watched him carefully. She knew Day's reputation, a problem solver who saw challenges as puzzles waiting to be solved. Where others saw impossible situations, he saw opportunities for creative engineering. The alien computational matrix was unlike anything humans had encountered before. Complex mathematical structures that seemed to breathe and shift, defying traditional understanding of technological design. Normal repair protocols would be useless. Day pulled out a small device, nothing more than a metallic cube with strange internal configurations. To an untrained eye, it looked like a simple tool, but this was no ordinary device. This was an adaptive quantum interface, capable of restructuring itself based on immediate technological challenges. "We need a complete system recalibration," he muttered more to himself than to Yoon. The cube began to change. Its surface rippled like liquid metal, internal components rearranging themselves with impossible speed. Sensors emerged. Computational nodes expanded and contracted. It was almost alive. Yoon watched in fascination. The device wasn't just repairing, it was learning. Each moment, it absorbed more information about the failing alien systems, creating solutions in real time. Sparks erupted from the main control panels. Traditional repair teams would have been overwhelmed, but Day's device continued its intricate dance, interfacing with the alien technology as if they were always meant to communicate. Minutes passed. The station's systems, which moments ago seemed destined for complete failure, began stabilizing, not through brute force or aggressive technological intervention, but through careful adaptive problem-solving. The alien researchers observing the demonstration were stunned. Their own repair protocols required massive teams and complex procedural interventions. Day had solved the problem with a single adaptive tool. "Remarkable," one alien researcher whispered, their translation matrix converting the statement into human language. Day didn't celebrate. He was already analyzing the next potential system failure, his mind moving faster than the technology around him. This wasn't just about fixing a problem. This was about understanding a completely different approach to technological interaction. Yoon realized they were demonstrating something profound. Not human superiority, but human adaptability. The ability to solve problems by becoming part of the solution rather than fighting against the challenge. The quantum adaptive tool continued its work. Alien computational nodes that moments ago were dying now pulsed with renewed energy. Complex mathematical structures that seemed incomprehensible began to make sense. Some technological solutions require force, some require complexity. But the best solutions? They require understanding. As the final system stabilized, Day looked up. No dramatic gesture, no celebratory speech. Just a simple, practical assessment of a problem solved. The alien researchers exchanged looks of genuine surprise. They had expected humans to approach the problem with traditional technological methods. Instead, they witnessed something entirely different, a flexible, living approach to problem solving. Yoon documented everything. Every movement of the adaptive tool, every subtle shift in the computational systems. This wasn't just a repair. This was a technological communication, a dialogue between two different approaches to understanding complex systems. The research station hummed back to life. Not through aggressive repair, but through careful adaptive integration. Day put the quantum tool back into his pocket. Another day, another problem solved. To him, it was simple. To the alien researchers watching, it was a glimpse into a completely different technological philosophy, adaptation, understanding, flexibility. These were humanity's true tools. The conference chamber was massive, its curved walls reflecting soft blue light from multiple alien technological displays. Minho stood at the center, looking calm despite being surrounded by representatives from 3 different alien civilizations. Su-Jin watched from the side, her digital recorder capturing every moment of this unprecedented cultural exchange. This wasn't just a diplomatic meeting. This was a potential turning point for human interstellar relations. The alien representatives studied Minho carefully. Their body structures were different. Multiple limbs, translucent skin that seemed to change color with emotional states. But they all shared one common expression: curiosity. "We want to understand your approach," said the lead alien representative, whose name translated roughly to thought weaver in human language. Minho pulled out a simple toolkit. Not weapons, not complex machinery, just basic problem solving. Tools that looked almost primitive compared to the advanced alien technology surrounding them. He selected a multi-purpose adaptive wrench. Its design was elegant in its simplicity. One tool that could transform and adapt to multiple challenges. Where alien technology often required specialized equipment for each specific task, human tools celebrated versatility. "Watch," Minho said, simply. With practiced movements, he demonstrated how the single tool could solve multiple complex mechanical challenges. He adjusted a complex alien communication device. He repaired a microstructural leak. He realigned a quantum computational node. Each movement was deliberate. Each solution came from understanding, not force. The alien researchers leaned forward. Their technological philosophy had always been about specialized, complex solutions. Humanity was showing them something different. A philosophy of adaptable, simple problem-solving. Su-Jin knew this was more than a technical demonstration. This was a cultural statement. Humans didn't see technology as a weapon or a complex barrier. They saw it as a collaborative tool for understanding and solving challenges. The Thought Weaver representative's skin shifted through multiple colors, a sign of deep intellectual processing. They were witnessing something profound. A completely different approach to technological interaction. Minho continued his demonstration. Each tool he showed wasn't just a piece of metal or advanced technology. It was a story, a narrative of human creativity, of looking at problems from multiple angles, of finding solutions through flexibility and understanding. "Your tools are alive," one alien researcher whispered, and in a way, they were. Not literally alive, but designed with a living philosophy, adaptable, changeable, ready to meet any challenge. Su-Jin documented every moment, the subtle shifts in alien facial structures, the way their computational devices responded to Minho's demonstrations, the growing sense of intellectual excitement filling the chamber. This wasn't just a technological exchange, this was a cultural revelation. The alien representatives began asking questions, complex probing inquiries designed to understand the deeper philosophy behind human tool design. Minho answered each question with patient, clear explanations. Humanity wasn't trying to impress through complexity. They were showing another way of thinking, a way that celebrated simplicity, adaptability, and collaborative problem-solving. "Hours," asked. The initial formal atmosphere dissolved into genuine intellectual excitement. The alien researchers were no longer just observing. They were learning, engaging, understanding. As the demonstration concluded, the Thought Weaver made a surprising gesture. They presented Minho with an advanced alien computational device, a sign of deep respect in their culture. Minho accepted it with a simple bow. No grand speeches, no dramatic declarations, just a quiet acknowledgement of mutual understanding. Su-Jin smiled. This was diplomacy in its purest form, not through complex negotiations or aggressive posturing, but through showing, not telling. Through demonstrating a philosophy of collaboration. Outside the conference chamber, stars continued their silent dance. Civilizations continued their complex interactions. But something had changed. A new understanding had been born. The Galactic Technology Summit stretched across multiple spatial platforms, a gathering of civilizations more diverse than any previous conference in recorded history. Ji-Woo stood at the central presentation stage, her presentation hologram flickering with intricate design schematics. Chai Rim managed the technical systems, ensuring every detail of the demonstration remained perfect. Hundreds of alien civilizations watched, their collective attention focused on humanity's proposed universal infrastructure design. Ji-Woo's presentation wasn't about showing superiority, it was about showing possibility. The holographic display revealed a revolutionary adaptive infrastructure framework. Unlike traditional technological designs that remained rigid and fixed, this system could reshape itself based on specific environmental and computational needs. Alien researchers leaned forward. Some looked confused, some looked intrigued, but none could deny the elegant simplicity of the design. Our approach, Ji-Woo explained, is not about creating perfect systems, it's about creating adaptable systems. She demonstrated how a single infrastructure design could transform itself across multiple planetary environments. A design that could work in freezing Arctic conditions could quickly reconfigure for desert landscapes. A technological solution that understood context. The Quantum Collective, a group of highly advanced technological civilizations, watched with particular interest. They had spent millennia developing complex, specialized systems. Humanity was showing them a different path. One alien representative, whose species had developed thousands of specialized technological frameworks, asked a critical question. How can one design serve multiple complex environments? Ji-Woo smiled. She loved these moments of genuine intellectual curiosity. With a simple gesture, she expanded the holographic display. The infrastructure design began shifting, its molecular structures realigning themselves in real time. What seemed like a single, solid framework became a living, breathing technological ecosystem. Adaptability, she said simply. The demonstration continued. The infrastructure design showed how it could repair itself, learn from environmental challenges, and redistribute computational resources dynamically. No massive repair teams, no complex replacement protocols, just intelligent, flexible design. HFY Rim monitored the global response systems. Alien civilizations were already sending computational analysis, trying to understand this revolutionary approach. Some looked skeptical, some looked excited, but everyone was paying attention. The Galactic Technology Summit was more than a conference. It was a potential turning point in how civilizations understood technological development. Ji-Woo wasn't just presenting a design, she was presenting a philosophy, a way of thinking that celebrated flexibility over rigidity, adaptation over perfection. Hours passed. The presentation continued. Each moment revealed another layer of the adaptive infrastructure's potential: planetary restoration projects, emergency response systems, computational network management. The alien researchers began to see what humanity was truly offering. Not a finished product, but a conceptual revolution. One representative from the Neural Computational Network, a civilization known for its rigid technological frameworks, stood up. "This changes everything," they said, their translation matrix capturing genuine intellectual excitement. Ji-Woo knew this was more than a technological demonstration. This was a cultural statement about problem solving, about looking at challenges, not as obstacles but as opportunities for creative solution. As the presentation concluded, something extraordinary happened. Multiple alien civilizations began requesting detailed schematics, not to copy, but to understand. HFY Rim managed the data transfer protocols, ensuring every civilization received comprehensive information. No hidden agendas, no technological barriers. Just open, collaborative knowledge sharing. The Galactic Technology Summit would be remembered as a moment of transformation, not because humanity showed technological superiority, but because humanity showed a different way of thinking: adaptable, flexible, collaborative. Outside the conference platforms, stars continued their silent dance. Civilizations continued their complex interactions. But something had fundamentally changed. A new technological philosophy had been born, and humanity was at its center. The central planetary platform glowed with soft blue energy, representing the collaborative achievements of multiple civilizations. Sung Min stood at the core of this massive gathering, surrounded by representatives from over 50 different alien species. Ji-un managed the comprehensive system displays, tracking the intricate networks of technological and cultural exchanges that had emerged over the past decade. This wasn't just a meeting. This was a celebration of a new technological philosophy. Humanity's approach to adaptive technology had transformed galactic understanding. What began as a simple demonstration of tool design had become a revolutionary way of thinking about problem-solving. Sung Min began his final presentation. No complex slides, no dramatic graphics, just simple, clear communication about how collaborative technology could unite different civilizations. The platform itself was a testament to their achievements. Created from adaptive molecular structures, it could reshape itself based on the needs of different species. Where previous galactic conference platforms required multiple specialized environments, this single platform could accommodate everyone. Alien representatives listened carefully. Some had tentacles, some had multiple eyes, some communicated through complex chemical exchanges. But they all shared one thing: a deep respect for the new technological approach. "We are not here to show superiority," Sung Min explained. "We are here to show possibility." Ji-un tracked the real-time translation systems. Every word was being perfectly converted across multiple linguistic and cognitive frameworks. Communication without barriers. The presentation revealed how humanity's adaptive technology had solved multiple galactic challenges: planetary restoration projects, complex communication networks, emergency response systems that could adjust to any environmental condition. One representative from the Molecular Adaptive Network stood up. "Your approach has changed everything," they said, their translation matrix capturing genuine emotional depth. Sung Min showed how their technological philosophy went beyond simple tool design. It was about understanding, about seeing challenges as opportunities for creative solution, about collaboration over competition. The platform began to shift subtly, its molecular structures realigning themselves, demonstrating the very principles Sung Min was discussing: living technology, adaptive systems that could learn and grow. Holographic displays showed multiple technological achievements, not just human achievements, collaborative achievements that represented the combined creativity of multiple civilizations. Ji-un monitored the global response systems. Computational networks across multiple star systems were analyzing every moment of the presentation. Scientists, researchers, technological experts, all watching. The gathering represented more than a technological conference. It represented a fundamental shift in how civilizations could interact and solve complex challenges. Sung Min's final demonstration was simple but powerful. He showed how a single adaptive tool could solve challenges across multiple environmental conditions. A wrench that could repair systems on freezing Arctic planets and burning desert worlds. The alien representatives leaned forward. Some looked confused, some looked excited, but none could deny the elegant simplicity of the approach. "Technology is not about complexity," Sung Min said. "It's about understanding." Hours passed. The presentation continued. Each moment revealed another layer of potential. Planetary restoration projects that could heal environmental damage. Communication networks that could connect civilizations across impossible distances. As the presentation concluded, something extraordinary happened. Representatives from multiple civilizations began sharing their own adaptive technological developments, not as competition, but as collaborative exploration. Ji-un tracked the data exchanges. Billions of computational nodes sharing information. No barriers, no restrictions, just open, collaborative knowledge. The planetary platform pulsed with energy, a living representation of what was possible when civilizations worked together. Sung Min looked out across the gathered representatives. No dramatic gesture, no grand speech. just a simple acknowledgement of a shared journey. Outside the conference platform, stars continued their silent dance. Civilizations continued their complex interactions, but something had fundamentally changed. A new way of understanding technology had been born, and humanity had helped show the way.